and welcome back to
Something.
Pokemon.
Too jazzy snapping.
And we're gonna be stuck here forever. Actually, we're gonna move this story along because last time we beat the Colosseum, and now we've been invited to partake in evils.
Uh-oh, they're taking you behind the dumpster.
Oh, it was a building all along.
Oh,
There's a Power Ranger here.
Yeah,
that binder is very shiny.
We
it
should
might be
take
a
it.
key item. I don't know.
We should take it.
We'll get to that actually.
I'm compelled to pick up anything that twinkles.
That might
Because Resident Evil.
Anyway, apparently, oops, we're the wrong person.
Well,
KJ.
what was their first clue? The fact that you don't look like a Power Ranger, or the fact you brought this chick along?
I don't know. Maybe because I look etchy sketchy. Anyway, I actually have to show this fight because he has
Nor.
that.
A shadow.
That's a shit out Pokemon.
Pineco!
No, unfortunately not.
Aw. Lame.
I would have loved if I could have had a fortress.
So
I think there's a fortress later on, or there's one in the second game. I know that.
I forget. Does this game have Yon Mega?
No,
that's not
this is Gen
Gen 4.
3.
Chocolate Doodles.
This is why we need a new Colosseum style game, because it's been 3 generations since the last one.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this fucker used Uproar, so my strategy to put it to sleep didn't work.
Well, that's about as annoying as when they fucking start up with fucking fake out.
It also has fucking speed boost, which doesn't really matter.
What do you call it? I think at this point, if they made a new Coliseum, it would just look like a really, really HD, Gen 6.
I hope it would keep some of the dark and grittiness of these games.
Well, yeah, Coliseum has actually had a darker take on the story than, the main series has.
Well, I'm not just talking about the story, I'm talking about,
Like the environment?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot more,
Well, we're fighting in a piece of shit right now.
well, right now, but generally, like, the, Gen 6 games are bright and colorful.
Well, we did start the game in a fucking desert.
It's true. This is the desert level. This is,
The game is the desert level.
the game's
what-
world 2.
Watch like the third game, like what? I forget. Where does XD take place?
It takes place still in the Aura region, but, it's expanded.
Yeah.
So you start not in the desert, and then you go back to World 2.
I feel like this a sequel, because it's been so long, would either take place in the same world but like way off somewhere else, or it might just ignore the past two entirely and just like kind of do its own thing.
I
Because
they
Huh?
could easily, once again, like, come back to this region and, like, introduce more areas. Kind of how, like, XD did.
they could piss me off and make it where the entire game for the third one is one giant fucking like wherever it is located in the world, it's nothing but snow, and more snow, and all the movement is affected by ice physics.
Listen.
It's like, oh boy, ice level every time, except for probably when you're indoors.
Nope, still not.
Although actually it's even worse, because if you remember how Pokemon does ice physics, it's you take one step and you go sliding in some random direction.
Until you hit a wall. And or
The entire game is built like that.
just ice puzzles, I would cry.
Well, I doubt. Well, actually, I can't remember. Like, I think Colosseum does have puzzles, but they're really simplistic.
Yeah, there's no ice puzzles. I mean, the biggest puzzle is finding the missing gear.
Yeah. which doesn't even really effectively spawn until a certain story point has been reached.
Well, that's when you need to find it.
Well, yeah, but you could say I can't sequence break and already have it on hand.
Nope.
It's like fuck. Metroid, this ain't. This is Metroid. I already have that gear by the time the game began.
This was Metroid. I'd already be, I'd glitch past the door at the construction site and get into Regal Tower and beat up Mother Brain.
All without ever recruiting Cloud.
Yep.
And then when you finally decide to fight the final Colosseum, you get the cutscene to get Cloud. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot you were in this game.
Oh, fuck yeah, my reissue for 2112 is coming on Saturday. I forgot that was coming out.
I don't know, but like obviously, if they did make since everything is practically desert in Colosseum, if they did decide to go like the opposite direction and make everything like a frozen wasteland, like you could still be gritty with an ice environment. Like
Look at Borderlands 2.
well, yeah, I mean, it's a lot brighter than doo-doo brown, but honestly, I'd rather look at like a bluish hue, depending on how you look at the ice and shit like that, and white than brown and black and everything else like that. Because I think it's a little bit better to look at than extremely dark colors, if only because at least it's variety.
Yeah. When I say I want, like, that third game to not, to be dark, I'm not saying I want it to just be, like super gritty. I just want it to be not as super colorful. I want it to be sort of like this.
Yeah.
It's still colorful without, having,
Yeah.
just being black.
Well, how the Pokemon themselves are a big contrast.
Yeah. There's also other areas than just,
Yeah, like the city shit.
Yeah,
it's not quite Call of Duty yet. No, but like I wouldn't mind like an ice kind of like, well, not like ice. I mean, just like the entire area, like part of the world is just like in the middle of like, either it's in the middle of winter or it's just like in some sort of northern area that's like always snowing. Because you could still, like I said, you could still kind of do like really dark atmosphere with a snow environment. It's just something different.
yeah.
I wouldn't mind it. I mean, I don't really care either way as long as they actually make another one. But I wouldn't mind a different scenery.
They could go with a different region. It's just they've put all the games in this region thus far. So.
Well, yeah, but there's also only been two, and they went to Gen 3, and I forget if the XD incorporates anything with Gen 4.
It has...
That guy's name is Duking.
Duking, yeah. He's the king.
Scat. No, but actually, no. I want to say it does, but at the same time, I want to say it doesn't because isn't that how you get
like
Lugia?
a Pokemon, but it has like Munchlax in it.
Yeah. Well, because I was confused because it's also like I think you still use the Gen 3 shit like that to actually get because it's got that that Game Boy Advance GameCube adapter thingy.
Yep.
And that's how you get Lugia, so that's why I was confused on whether or not it was Gen 4 compatible.
No, it's still it's still a Gen 3 game.
So
I like to... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, so that means they have a lot to work with on the third one because they have to incorporate 3 other gens.
Yeah, that's what Cloud was saying earlier.
I love how it just flat out said giggle in the text box. I'm just like, I like to imagine that she just said giggle.
See
What
that,
did I
guys?
say?
Oh, earlier that it has 3 gens to work with.
Yeah.
He just...
I thought they said something about chins. Like I was like, what did I say about chins?
No,
Too strong for me.
That's Aaron you're thinking of with the chins.
Give me strong 5 me.
Yeah.
No, but yeah. See that, guys? We've had diagonal movement and like trainer spotting since Colosseum, so Gen 6 didn't introduce anything to do with that.
So this set file is actually on hyper mode, and it says nothing that we didn't probably already say. Hyper mode's bad news. It makes critical moves, but sometimes your Pokemon doesn't listen to you. You can't use items, but calling it will dispel some of the stuff that's blocking its heart. It'll open its heart more.
It'll unlock its moves, and then Crush 40 will start playing.
Yes.
Well, the main thing I'm looking forward to in another Colosseum game is the music, because even the music doesn't necessarily sound very, like, standard Pokemon-like.
It'd be nice to have another one of these.
I'm not sure who composes the music for the Colosseum series, but it definitely sounds different. Oh, and she just decided, no, I'm done.
No, I cut out the entire fights.
No, but that transition was so quick that it was like, I'm gonna fight you. You know what? I saw what you did last time. I think I'll pull out ahead.
But no, that's what I do for every fight. I only show off one other random fight because I did not want to. I didn't have like enough material. Like if I continued, we'd go into like a boss fight. I was like, I don't really want to go that far just yet, so I'll just fill out some extra time with that. So there's just be a lot of jump cuts coming through this hall.
You're jump cutting them because they use the same lousy Pokemon.
They don't have any shadow Pokemon and that stuff. Like Umbreon leveled up here, so that's cool. So it gets confused right. So.
Yeah, Colosseum, the only exception was showing off trainer battles. Besides the fact that you only show off the new Pokemon, is the fact because you only ever show off like if you're catching one, because that's the only time you see a shadow Pokemon.
Yeah. That's pretty much what I'll keep to, unless it's like an actual important fight. But if it's just random trainer battles, I'll be like, I don't care.
Yeah, so it's pretty much just trainer battles that have something new to offer, a shadow Pokemon, or boss fights.
Yeah.
Jump cut.
Maybe. Apparently you're an anomaly.
Apparently.
Gear!
Hunter Gear as opposed to Metal Gear.
What if we had the Hunter Gear series instead of the Metal Gear series?
With an E at the end, so everybody knows we're not messing around.
Yeah, this is straight up serious.
It's like Gen 6 has an excuse for why everyone has a weird name because, you know, it's France. But this game... where is this? Like fucking Zimbabwe?
Yeah, everyone's black.
France confirmed for weird people.
Bandana guy.
Bandana guy. Yep. He just saw my Pokemon. He shit his pants.
He's fangirling.
His beloved Pokemon.
I am the only person who thinks that this might take place in the Ukraine.
It might.
That wouldn't surprise me.
All I know is if they made a Wii U called on
Some strange Eastern European country.
I'm pretty sure the battling would work the same way it would on the 3DS, where your battle commands would be on the gamepad.
I wouldn't even be mad.
I had an English teacher in high school that was born in the Ukraine.
I'm sorry. That doesn't make sense.
Well, I know, right? But, you know, is she, like, born in the Ukraine, but, like, moved to the U.S. when she was, like, 2? She's, like, half Ukrainian, though.
Does she have an accent at all?
No, it's, like, perfect English.
That's better.
No, if you only get an accent if you've actually lived in your home country for a period of time, because then you adopt the accent.
They can still use the language around the house and stuff, so...
I feel like Quagsire shading is so unrealistic in those kind of areas.
This is Pokemon. Where do you get realism from this?
Wait, what kind of losing quote is that? Drop the dirt.
What?
Drop the dirt.
Drop the dirt.
It's like Landon seriously holding some random fucking dirt.
She doesn't know whether she wants to be a Pokemon trainer or a DJ.
Either that or that's slang or something for the fact that maybe Landon actually, like, ganked something from her, like he stole something.
But, oh, what was I gonna say? But yeah, it's like, if you live in, like, a different country for, like, a super long time, you're bound to, like, lose your accent from your home country eventually. Because, fucking Ross, Rubber Ross, he's, like, he's Australian, but he's been living in America for, like, so long that he just sounds like a normal American.
Wow, what a pleb. He needs to work on that.
I don't know, like, sometimes you could be born just not have the accent. My dad doesn't.
Where was your dad? Oh, right, Chile.
He never had the accent. Even when he came over here, he didn't have the accent. Some people just don't adopt it.
So this is the last fight. This is the actual fight that I show, just because I was like, I need content.
I don't really know. Well, I mean, technically all Americans have an accent. It's just different parts of America. I have, like, my own different ways of saying certain words. Like, you already know that certain words I say don't really come out the same way you would say it. Like, apparently you guys have a problem with the way I pronounce roof.
Are you barking, or are you talking about the top of a house?
Exactly.
So what if I call it rooftop run?
You sound like it's like you sound like you're from Boston, because that's how, like, people from Boston pronounce it.
Well, it's better than Detroit.
He's got a point.
It's like, well, like I said, different sections of America have different ways of people saying the same word, just different. I don't know. Maybe it's. Well, I don't know if it has anything to do with it, but you know, maybe my time in Wisconsin also might have altered the way I speak too. Who knows? You know, you have to. I have a hard time actually, like, picturing it in my head about when a Pokemon takes recoil damage. It's like the only thing I could think of is that they hit you so hard where you can actually physically see the impact, and it causes, like, almost like a sonic boom effect where when it impacts, it also hits them at the same time.
No one wins a headbutt. Except
Why does it makes you wonder why Headbutt doesn't have recoil damage.
it's true.
Unless, yeah, it's like, yeah, that seems like the type of move that you think, like, it should be a move that, like, does, like, a shit ton of damage, but, like, does also a lot of damage to yourself.
I think headbutting someone in general has, like, some sort of weird placebo effect because when you headbutt somebody in the face, they're in a lot of pain because you just fucking ran your skull into their, like, face or something like that. But you're the one that doesn't usually take the most damage, considering you're the one that fucking did it.